is up? So today we are jumping right into a Q&A. Oh my gosh. Nope, that's the wrong one. Okay. So we're jumping right in. So how to support your wife during motherhood? I would say, looking back, when I found out that I was pregnant, I immediately started overthinking. I was like, what if XYZ happens? What if this happens? What if I'm not a good mom? Like, immediately. And my husband was very kind, very patient, but also very quick to like shut those thoughts down. So at first part answer to this question is prayer. Because when that happened, he immediately prayed over me, over us, over baby. So prayer is pivotal, like absolutely. We talk about it, we hear about it, but prayer and getting to like do that with your spouse, but also getting to just have your little one hear you pray, and be able to like lean in to the Lord and really get to just be honest, whatever stage you're at, like prayer. And on a personal level, I would also say just be present. Obviously there's a lot of emotions when it comes to being pregnant and the hormones and all the things. But being present, whether it's just listening, having a conversation, watching a movie, being intentional with that time is amazing. Like it's indescribable and it's absolutely necessary, and it brings you guys closer together. So I would say prayer and be present were the most helpful things when it came to, my experience and Rashad as a husband helping me during that time. So yeah. Show us baby. Baby is absolutely adorable. She is a happy camper, ray of sunshine, but we are keeping that private or more kind of like real time, real life. And so we won't be sharing her on social media or anything like that. But please feel free, if we're close, if you have my number, to text me and I'd be happy to send you a picture. And we can go from there. But she's doing great. She's about to turn 5 months old, I think not next week, but the week after. So she's growing, she's doing great. But yeah. How is after baby life like changed? Or how has, I guess, life changed after having baby? I would say that the way that it's changed, it's like just kind of trying to remind yourself that you can't bring the old into the new. Let me explain, but also amen. Because what's been made new. Hallelujah. But what I mean by that is, I think in the earlier months, like, for lack of better words, trying to bring like our old or like our normal into this new normal, but it's new. And so obviously it didn't, like, we had to adapt to new rhythms and changes, because again, it's new. And so we can't bring the old into the new. Amen. And so I would say that was probably like the biggest change. How is it after that? It's challenging. Like when someone says, how is motherhood? Like, what's it like? I do say that, it is refreshing. It is beautiful. But I'm also pretty honest in saying that it is a challenge, because, like, you do have the word, you do have your spouse, but you're literally figuring things out day by day. And so what you used to know, it's not like it's thrown out the window, but it's adapting. And so it's changed in the sense that like our previous normal is now not normal. We have a new normal. And now we're parents. And so like, we have a little one to take care of, in addition to being a husband, in addition to being a wife or a friend, etc. And so we have to adapt to those things. And what do those responsibilities look like? What do those new rhythms look like? And so we're figuring it out. But I would say hopefully that answers your question. So I realized that another way I could have answered this question is what's changed, like obviously our daily rhythms. So making room for nap time for baby girl. Sleeping is something like sometimes we get more of it one night, sometimes we don't. Trying to do like our work and scheduling and all the things. And so it's changed because there's, obviously making sure she's getting what she needs, but also still taking care of what we need. So sometimes we get more sleep. We get to go out, we get to do all the things. But that's probably what I would also answer this question with, if that makes sense. What has been my favorite part so far? I would say my favorite part right now, or so far, has been two things. Not four, two things, but I'm sure I could come up with four. Is one, just seeing her grow and grow into like her personality and hearing her laugh. Looking back on pictures, she looks absolutely like different from when she was first born. So just getting to see her grow and it's just really cool to see how just in a matter of months, like she's smiling, she's laughing, she's rolling over, she's doing all the things, and I'm just like, you were literally just a newborn like 2 seconds ago, like what? So that's been one of my favorite things. And another favorite is just getting to see my husband grow in the role of being a father and their father-daughter relationship, because she loves him and obviously he loves her, he treasures her and treasures me and us. And so just getting to see him grow in that has been really cool. So those would be my two favorite things, is just seeing her grow into her little personality, and getting to see my husband grow as a father. So yeah. And also just becoming a mom, because there was a period of time, and I think like going back to like that question that I mentioned a few moments back, I wasn't sure if I'd even be able to have a kid. And so baby girl is literally a miracle. And he carried us through, and he carried her. And so just being able to have her in my hands and be able to be a mom has been one of my favorite things. And I think that also, I think someone mentioned what's been your favorite thing about motherhood. That's probably one of the biggest things, is actually being able to become a mom, because for a long time I wasn't sure if I'd even get the opportunity, just because of a condition I had and stuff. And so it's really cool, and I'm super grateful to the Lord. I don't want to cry, so I'm not gonna cry. But it's really cool just getting to be a mom. Next question. What has been the easiest thing and the hardest thing? Easiest thing, loving her. And I know that sounds super cheesy and it's like, oh, that's like a basic answer. But in reality, like, they're figuring out life just as much as we are. Obviously, we're the ones guiding them through it, but and the Lord's guiding us, but she's just a blessing. And so having the opportunity to grow with her and guide her and just love her and let her know, like, I'm here for you in those moments where she's like trying to figure things out and crying and obviously trying to express like what's going on, that's their language for a while, is crying. Or like right now she's in that phase where she's like doing little raspberries and not like screaming, but like loudly vocalizing. So she's definitely found her voice, and it's just the easiest thing to be like, man, I love you, and let her know like mommy and daddy are here for you. So that's been the easiest thing, is just loving her and letting her know like you're not alone. I am here. I am with you, and I love you. As far as the hardest thing, I would say is just being in my head a lot, and 2, comparing myself. I said A and 2. A and B, 1 and 2, is just not comparing myself to others and how they may be approaching their motherhood journey. And again, like trying not to be in my head about like, am I doing the right thing? Is she doing okay? Etc. Like if I'm at work, like not over worrying or being anxious. I have my good days, I have my bad days, and so I've really just, the Lord has been kind to help me in those moments and help me by providing people I can trust and lean on when I'm having those moments, because it is hard being in the thick of it and wondering and overthinking. And so I would say that's been the hardest thing. It's just kind of being in my head. But again, the Lord has been kind enough to remind me that He is there, that He is present, that He is faithful, and that I have a husband who can pray with me and pray for me and walk with me. And I have family and friends who check in and just, hear me out and support. And so having that support from all those people and obviously from the Lord is a reminder that like I don't have to do it alone, and I'm not meant to do it alone. We hear that a lot, but I think it's important to just really let that ground or take root in this journey. So yeah, that's what I would say. What were the weirdest symptoms that you had? Smells, tastes, emotions, etc. Why did I say it like that? Weirdest symptoms. I can think of 2. So one of them being night and day, like hunger, what's the word? Not hunger cues, hunger habits. I don't remember, so I don't remember the word. But basically, I would be like, absolutely not hungry, I don't want to eat anything, to absolutely I'm hungry, I want to eat absolutely everything. And so that was like night and day. And that was weird. I craved McDonald's a lot. There's that. And then smells. So there was a point, I don't remember if it was in the first trimester or the second trimester, but I absolutely could smell everything. And it was like a switch that someone had like turned on, and I was like, what the heck is that smell? I don't like it. But those are the weirdest things. Also, I don't know if it counts as a symptom, but very vivid dreams. The most random dreams as well. Like they didn't make absolutely no sense. And like you have those throughout like your life, right? But like this was like every night or like every other night, vivid dreams. And I'm just like, and last question is birth story. What was your favorite moment about your birthing experience? And so with that, I'm gonna end it here. Cliffhanger. But all jokes aside, I actually did want to make a separate video about my birth story, about the day of, and so I do want to leave that for another video. And yeah, so if you have any questions, please feel free to comment. Please feel free to let me know. I'd be happy to answer them the best way that I can. And yeah, I think that's it. So love you guys, and till next time.